So, welcome to our second project in this course. And without further ado, let me actually show it to you. And so here it is. This project is called Trello, and it is a fictional all-in-one booking app. Okay, so the idea is that a user can book a hotel, a flight, a car, and a tour all in one platform. Now, of course, we're not going to build this app itself, so no functionality, but we're going to code this user interface here. So all of this app that you see here. So here in this navigation, you can see that we're right now browsing the hotel section. And so here on this side, you have an hotel overview. So some pictures, then the name, some stars here, and then an overview where you have a list with a couple of features. And then here on the right side, you have some reviews. Okay, then down here we have a section where we can book, and then you have this nice hover effect here on this button. Okay, and here you probably already saw here on the navigation, we also have this nice hover effect here going on. So this one here, and then here at the top we have like this header bar where you have the logo, then the search bar, and then basically here are bookmarks, some chat, and the name of the user. So that is our project. So the main focus, of course, is on Flexbox here. But you're also going to learn a couple of new stuff, like doing these cool animations here and how to use these icons, because these are actually SVG icons, and that's something really cool. And so I'm going to show you how to use these. And so in general, you're going to learn Flexbox, but also a couple of other different techniques that I'm going to show you. And once again, I tried to make this a really beautiful, really modern looking app, so that you not only learn how to code and not only learn Flexbox, but so that you also get some inspiration for building a beautiful web app, and also that you have some nice thing to show off after this course. And so I hope that you really like the look of this app, of this interface. I know that I really like it. Okay, I put a lot of work in this so that you can be proud of your work by the end of the project. So all we need in order to get started with this project is our starter files that you can download from the course if you didn't already, and then just open up that starter files in your code editor. So I already have the starter files here on my desktop. Okay, so this folder, and I also have it opened up already in VS Code. Okay, and so here it is. So that's the bare bones HTML structure, just like we had in our previous project, where all we have is the title here, so Trello, your all-in-one booking app, and then the font, which this time is Open Sans here, and then the style, which is already included in here. Now what we also have is a Sass folder, because once again we're going to use Sass here, okay, and then an empty Sass file where all we have is these color definitions here. So what I also have here is of course the images, so that's the one we're going to use, the CSS, but this is still empty because we're going to then compile our Sass file, and so that one is still empty. Then I also have this package.json file from our last project. And so let's actually now start by changing this one here. Okay, and to adapt it to our needs for this project. Because I don't want to write all of these scripts here over again. And so I just copied this file, and so we can use it here in this project as well, because it's actually really the same thing. Okay, so again, we have a main.scss file, which is going to compile to style.css. We want our dev server here, and we want the watch CSS to run together with the dev server. And so we have this start script here, right? Remember that one? So that is our development setup. And then down here, we also have the build process, which in fact is also exactly the same. And well, actually is not, because we don't have the icon fonts here, okay? So there's not really anything to concatenate. So let's take this one out. And then the input to this one here is style comp. Right? So this build process here is a bit smaller than the one in the previous project. So we're going to compile the Sass code here, then prefix it here, then compress. And yeah, so our build process is these three. So the concat has to go, of course. So compile, prefix, and then compress. Okay, but we're going to talk about this later because we're only going to use this build process in the end of this project. Okay? Okay, so this is also different. So let's just say it's the Trello app. Okay, doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's actually open up the console here. And here I'm just going to write Trello just to see if everything is working, okay? And so the terminal. So let me see what we have here. And so in my case, I have to navigate to the desktop and Trello. And so now this is my project folder, just to make sure it has the CSS, IMG, and SAS folders, and then index and package.json, okay? So please do the same, navigate to your project folder just like I did, and then we can run npm run start, just like we did with our previous project. And something's not working, and of course it's not working because we actually have to first install our packages. Okay, and now remember what I told you in one of the first lectures where we talked about npm. So back then I told you that usually we only copy the package.json file, but we don't copy the node SAS folder, which is that folder which contains all of these packages here, right? So we never copy that folder and share it. Instead, we just install all the packages over again. So we say npm install. And so now it gets all of these packages and installs them in a new node modules folder. Okay, clear? And now we can write that command again. So npm run start. And yeah, here we go. So now it's really working, right? Let's just do some CSS here or some SAS. Like our global reset, we can say margin 0, padding 0. And then we can also say, and just to test, background color, and then set it to this background color, okay? Just to see if our SAS is working fine, okay? Okay, so it reloaded the page and it compiled our SAS code. And so everything is working. And so we're now ready to actually start building the project. So let's do exactly that right in the next lecture.